Hey, my name is Eric Allen. I'm the creator of the Backbone.js Code School course. Backbone.js is a client-side JavaScript framework for doing more advanced application type stuff in the browser. We really want to do a course on Backbone.js because, well, one, we've actually used Backbone.js in our Code School courses. So we had a lot of experience with it and we really liked it. And we wanted to teach other people how to use it, and it seemed to be something that a lot of people are using these days. The most difficult part of creating the Backbone course was probably creating the initial content. I pretty much read everything out there on Backbone at the time. I created a bunch of apps, and I just kind of like exercised it and just refined the content and wrote a lot of content just for this course.
My name is Greg Pollock, and I helped build the anatomy of Backbone.js with Eric Allen. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about the process of building a course. It's about a 3-month process. The first and second month, we're putting together the content. We figure out, what are the challenges that we want people to go through, and think about that, because obviously that's the guts of the course, is going through the challenges. Then work backwards from that. What is the content we need to teach in order for people to solve the challenges? Then we go into slides, build keynote slides, go in front of the green screen, film in front of the green screen, get the video guy to go back and do post-production. From there, we have to build the challenges, and that's probably the most lengthy process of actually implementing all the technical things on the back end, so that when you write some code, we take it, we execute it, we test it to make sure it works, and give you back hopefully a good error message. That can get really tricky. The last course that we did, Rails testing for zombies, think about that for a second. We had to write tests that tested your tests. Not an easy thing to do. So once we have the challenges together and we have the graphic design sort of integrated with the challenges to build the course, we do a live beta test. What I mean by live beta test is basically we invite people to come down to our offices here in Orlando and actually play through the beta. There is nothing that can possibly replace sitting behind somebody when they're using your software to get feedback. So we watch people, watch over the shoulders, watch how they go through the challenges, and it's inevitable. People will figure out how to use your software in ways you never thought possible. So we'll take that feedback as they play through, and as we can, make changes and fixes and polish the course, so that a week later, a week from today, we're going to be releasing the anatomy of Backbone.js for everybody.
One of the main technical challenges of creating this course was figuring out how to execute the code in a secure way, because we're actually not executing it on the front end. We've kind of gone down that route, and we figured we didn't want to deal with all the browser bugs and stuff. So we're actually executing this code on the back end, and we're using this technology called Phantom.js. It's a headless WebKit browser, which is really awesome. So you can basically just give it JavaScript and it'll run as if it's running in a WebKit browser. And so we run all your Backbone code in the back end, we pass it through some Node.js, then run it in Phantom.js, and then get the result back and tell you if you got it right or wrong.
One of the problems we ran into when doing the Backbone course was the jingle. If you've seen any of our other courses, you'll notice that every course has its own unique jingle, and we typically have a jingle guy that we go to. Well, this time we had a difficult time putting together the right jingle. Like the one that initially we put together was a little too sexy.
You ever find yourself needing a little more organization? To clean up that tangled mess of code you call an application.
And then another one he put together was just a little bit too, it just didn't fit. So we had to figure out a jingle, and we were short on time. So last Friday, I went on to Fiverr.com. It's a website that you can pay people $5 to do all sorts of things for you, including creating your own jingles. So I wrote up some lyrics, and I sent it to about 5 different people and said, here's the lyrics, go ahead and make me a song. And what resulted was really interesting. We had some R&B, rapping, hip-hop jingles. And then we had some, some not so great jingles. And then finally, we actually found somebody who just grabbed a guitar, did the jingle, and came up with something that we're going to end up using in the course. We got him to polish that up, and that's what you're going to hear when you play through the anatomy of Backbone.
I really hope people get out of this course a really good understanding of Backbone. They're not going to understand everything because there's just a lot to it, but I really hope they feel really comfortable with the basics and can basically take that and go somewhere else and then start building real apps and maybe pick up a more advanced book or two to complete their knowledge.
Cold score.